Hey everybody, it's Andy's free guitar chart video lessons for today, and today we're going to be continuing the dots analysis, the dots on the guitar. I know I have my sticky notes on my guitar, which soon they will be available when I get when I get the time to order the proper vinyl and the laminating material, print them, and perhaps put them on eBay. But for now, we're just pushing forward on the guitar theory, and we're working on the dots. I don't have dots on this guitar, but I have them on my other guitar, so I'll show you that. Okay, so I have my other guitar here. Now it's been down tuned and the dots are still, it's kind of dusty. The dots are still, I have the dots here on the top. You see the dots? So I can see them there. And then, of course, I also did the graphic of the dots. So there's the G dot right there, the A dot, the B dot, the C sharp dot, the octave dot, and then again the G and the high A there. And I think that's it for the dots. I have them all up here, so the high A dot is there too. And the problem is that I decided I still want to keep my guitar tuned to C. So when I play a low E here, it actually would come out. It'll come out a C here. Okay, so if I play a C, it should come out an A flat. So essentially it's an A flat instrument, and that means if you play a C, it comes out an A flat. So it's very confusing. My only other alternative was to tune this up again, and I didn't like the tightness of the strings. But these are the dots right here. Okay, they're right on the fretboard. So we're going to be talking about these dots. Okay, so we'll use either guitar as necessary. Hopefully it won't go out of tune. I don't want to stand that one up vertically because I think two of them standing up next to each other one of them's going to fall down. Okay, so I've just gotten up and got the birds and the dog fed and all that stuff, and I kind of got my act together, and my wife's out, so it's Saturday, and have to be swinging back into action tomorrow, taking my folks to church after being down with the flu attack. And you know how the old song goes, if you get a flu attack for 30 days you're on your back. Well, it was about 25 days. Okay, so still grumbling here. So we're still going to use my guitar that we've been using for the videos, because it's properly labeled for what we're doing. So it has the capo here on the E. So when I play an E, it's an E. We're not going to get confused. This is a C instrument. Alright, so, after studying the dots, I asked myself, why would anyone ever not want to use the dots? Or why would anyone want to change the tuning on a guitar so that the dots all change? Well, I suppose if people were famous guitar players, and they simply adjust where those dots were. And so if you down-tuned your guitar to be a C guitar, then the dots would occur at different actual pitches. So after yesterday's lesson, we talked all about how the dots have these intervals. And I should really change the name of this chart here okay, which is chart, I keep on zooming in and then having to kind of like do a little bit of sidebarring. The fretboard dots and the string patterns. Should really change the name of that to, and of course hindsight's 2020, so I should change it to playing the intervals between the fretboard dots. So that's what this particular chart has actually taught me how to do. In addition, it's taught me how to implement the different keys, in particular the 5 caged keys, and you can always access them from the first interval from the fret nut to the G dot. So without going into a review yet, let's just talk about today's chart that I made last night, which takes quite a different approach. This is properly called the fret nut dots. Okay, and it looks like we're going to have a little problem getting to the part of the, this is pretty much the whole diagram here, okay? So the crux of the diagram is in 3 parts here. You can't see my cage circle here. We'll zoom in on these 2 guys. We're going to use the cage circle and the string circle, but we have the dot circle here. And is this wonderful? It looks like a big CD or something, but it looks like it wouldn't exactly click in there because it's not, it's not the spec that. But this is the dot circle, and what I made and thought of was, in reality, why not just take each individual dot instead of taking an interval between the 2 dots. So an interval between the A dot and the B dot is a whole step, and we can use that as an entry point for the key of D. Okay, and the 5th of D is A note, the 6th of D is the D note, so the 5-6 Mixolydian string pattern right here, we can use it as an entry point for the A shape key of D right there. So that's an entry point for the intervals, a dot-to-dot interval. So what makes this approach better than before? And I think it's just called the fretboard dots again. Strictly speaking, it's called chart 135, the dot circle, right? I just woke up. I'm not with it yet. Yet to be my age, and I haven't worked for 3 weeks, but I've worked on guitar, and I worked out yesterday, and man, just running a mile, I got sore. I think I hear a rumble of thunder, so we're going to move along here. So what is the dot circle? How does it work? What the dot circle gives us that I've made, and this is the best way that I can demonstrate this concept, is that any dot, so this is the dot circle, this is any dot, so this could be the E double dot even, it could be the high G dot, it could be the A dot, it could be the B dot. Apologize for the egg-shaped dots there, okay, but you know what they are. I don't think anybody has any trouble knowing these are dots, even though they're not exactly circular. So we want to make things fit in. Okay, so especially way down here. This is the colored keyboard. Yeah, we've got a few rumbles of thunder. Sounds like to the northwest of us. So this is the colored keyboard here, okay, and these are the dots as they're on the guitar. I've got them on top and bottom so we know which note they are, but on the guitar you'll see that they're in the middle, and I found that was kind of odd. I have them on top, but having them in the middle is kind of odd because I don't think